5, Braves 5. Mets with a 3-6 record. And the Braves with a 6-2 record. Let me just get chat open here and enjoy. 1 second, guys. Alrighty. Alright, here we go. Alright, let me just set my stream up. Welcome, Aiden, RH27. What team do you have winning? Alright, so let me just give you a quick breakdown of this game. So in the first inning, Brandon Nimmo singles, and then nothing happens in the first inning after the single. Double play, strikeout, and caught stealing. We see that the Braves don't get anything in the first inning either. And the same thing for the second inning, no team advances. In the third inning, the Mets don't get anything, but the Braves start off with 2 runs and then finish it off with 4 runs, giving a 4-0 lead. And then in the fourth inning, in the third inning, the Mets score a run and eventually tied up 4-4. And here we are 5-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning, where the Braves actually have a better team, but we'll see if the Mets can pull this one off. Alright, so let's just know, I'm just going to try to give you guys a play-by-play. Alright, I'm just putting the link in our community post. It is a really good game. I'm hoping the Mets win only because I hate the Braves. Alright, so Austin Riley walks. That's not good for Mets fans. There are no outs, man on first. Oh, you like the Dodgers. Nice. I heard they're a really good team. Or supposed to be, really. Because I also heard that they're like, what, 8-4 or something? Yeah, baseball is like my favorite sport. Oh, okay. Pitching change. Jake Diekman replaces Cole Sulser to face Matt Olson. I know. It's crazy. Man. Game is still 5-5. And welcome to the chat, guys. Let me try to get a poll up for you guys. I used to know how to do that, but I think I forgot. Oh, and by the way, since you're a Braves fan, Dodgers fan, I'm pretty sure Ohtani hit a home run like today or yesterday. Oh my gosh, I just got an ad. Alright, I think they're just warming up the pitcher. Alright. Should we switch comments to subscribers only, or is that kind of mean? I think that's mean. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out how to make a poll. Alright, the Braves are alright. They're overrated. Are they really overrated? I mean, I get it. Like coming off of last year's game, maybe they're a little bit overrated, but I feel like they're really not so overrated. Alright. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a poll. Alright, anyway, it's 1-1, now 2-1. For the Braves. Let's take a look at the fielding. Okay, I don't know if there's a glitch here. Okay, there we go. Oh, so there's someone on first base. Right, that's Austin Riley who walked. You can see in this picture that that there's someone on first base. And now we're 2-2, alright. It's good for us, I guess. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this, please like this live stream. It's up to you, obviously. Alright, 2-2. Let's see. Oh, in play outs. Let's see if it was 2 outs. We are gonna find out. There was at least 1 out. Let's see how many. My guess is that it was a fly out. Oh, double play. That's really good for us. Double play. Let's go. Let's see how he double played. Oh, so Pete Alonso, which is the first baseman, gives it to Francisco Lindor, goes back to first base for a double play. That's a good double play. That's it's like a double play between 2 people, 2 fielders, but there were technically like 3 plays. Anyway, there's no one on base. There's 2 outs, and Marcell Ozuna has an 0-2 count, which doesn't look good for him. Now he has a 1-2 count. By the way, guys, did you see the solar eclipse? I had special glasses for them. It was really cool. I think a little bit overhyped, but I found it really cool. It was very cool because here, where I live, it was like 90%. It was like 90% coverage for the sun, so you saw like a little sliver. Anyway, Marcell Ozuna strikes out. Just strikeout looking, and then our Mets starting lineup. I mean, sorry, not starting, but for this inning is Marte, Beatty, and Alvarez. So let's see if the Mets could take the lead here. Alright. I think the next time we're going to get an eclipse is in like 20, 30 years. It's crazy. It's literally a once in a lifetime. Alright. I'm going to have to figure out how to make a poll. But let's just take a look at this inning. Oh, so this is Brandon Nimmo's second home run of the game. Let's take a look at it. Let's bring up the volume.
I was totally scrambled.
Oh, that's an ad. Yeah, 20 years from now. Alright, so let's just see what happened. So there's a pitching change. Oh, and then Tyrone Taylor is pinch hitting, which he gets out anyway. And then let's see.
He swings at this one. It flies it deep to center. Back goes Harris looking up. And it's out of here.
Oh wow! So Brandon Nimmo tying homer again. Brandon Nimmo's second tying homer of this game. That's actually crazy, guys. All right, there's a pitching change. Pierce Johnson replaces AJ Miller. All right. 1 second. I'm just writing something in chat for you guys. All right. So yeah. So Alvarez is up. Let's just quickly take a look on how the Braves scored. The Braves. Oh, so it was because of a double. So the double is what scored a single and then a double. So Orlando Arcia ended up scoring there. Anyway, let's get back to the game. 0-1 count for Francisco Alvarez, who's the Mets catcher. Now make that a 1-1 count. All right. So it seems that this Johnson pitcher for the Braves likes curveballs. Another curveball, 2-1. All right. So 3 curveballs to start this at bat. All right. Let's wait for the next pitch. Let's see on Truist Park. That's the Braves stadium. Oh, that seems to be a single. Oh, it was caught. Wow, that was a great catch by center field. So Michael Harris, the second, whatever that's supposed to mean, I guess that's a son, catches Francisco Alvarez's throw and, hit. It seems to be it was a pretty nice catch because from my angle on this field, it looked like it was a really nice hit. Related to who? Oh, wow. You're related to the center field, wow. Oh, so let's see. Brett Baty singles. Okay, look at that. Brett Baty singles on the ground ball to center fielder Michael Harris second. So now the Mets. So the Mets are at bat. We have Brett Baty on first base with 1 out, and Starling Marte, who is 1 for 3, starts at bat for a 1-0 count. If we look at the field, we'll see Brett Baty on first base taking a pretty nice lead, actually. A pretty high lead, actually, yeah. Marte is at the plate. It seems like the second pitch came in, which is another curveball. So 2-0 count for Starling Marte. And we saw that Francisco Alvarez flew out to the center fielder. Who is my favorite player? Specifically on the Mets. Are we talking about like specifically on the Mets or just in general? All right, 2-2 count for Starling Marte. Once again, another curveball. I think that was a bad call by the ump, but you know we've been getting those bad calls this game by the ump. My favorite player of all time. Let me think about it. Let me go through teams. So if I had to pick one from the Mets, I would probably go with Pete Alonso because he's so clutch. But any team in general, probably Acuna. I have to say Acuna overall. Or at least last year. And welcome Random Cat on YouTube to the stream. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Although I used to love Freddie Freeman, to be honest. All right, so Starling Marte has a 3-2 count. Wild pitch actually. So Brett Beatty advances to second base. We have a foul with another curveball. Fernando's a good one. I like that one. I like Fernando. Oh, and welcome to the chat, guys. I didn't realize how many people joined. Okay, so Starling Marte strikes out by looking. But we still have Brett Beatty on second base because of the wild pitch by Pierce Johnson. So if we look at the field, we have Mets on second base, 2 outs, with DJ Stewart up at bat. Today he is 0-2 with 1 walk. So let's see if Stewart can hit a single, probably bringing Beatty home. All right, we started with the curveball 1-0 for that bat, which isn't surprising because there have been a lot of curveballs by Pierce Johnson. And who's your favorite team? Aiden RH27. You said you were like related to Michael Harris or something. All right. So yeah, 1-0 count. For DJ Stewart. I'm hoping that he could bring in Brett Beatty. And you know what? Stewart, it's time for him to hit a home run. So let's get a 2-run bomb over here. All right. Still 1-0. Wow. Oh, in-play runs. In-play runs. How many runs? Oh, I called it. I called the home run. I called it. I told you it was time for that home run. All right, let's take a look at the field to see if they're going to show it. All right, McNeil's at the plate. They already have the ball back. I called the DJ Stewart home run. 2-run homer. Brett Beatty goes home. DJ Stewart goes home. Mets have a 7-5 lead over their enemies, the Braves. So I'm sorry to the Braves fans if I had too much of a reaction there. But I want to see if they're gonna have a video of it because I might have to post it to YouTube later because I want to show you guys it. Anyway, McNeil has an at-bat of two balls, 1 strike. Still a ton of curveballs to this batter. Sorry, to this batter. And there we go, 3-1, another curveball. This is actually crazy with all the curveballs. I don't know why I keep coughing. So batter timeout. McNeil requests a timeout. Let's see if he's gonna walk. Let's see what happens. Taking a look at the field. Actually, Truist Park is a pretty small field. So I don't even know how far that home run was. But still great. 425 feet in distance. That's pretty good. It was a curveball, like basically right down the middle. Exit velocity 107, basically 108 miles per hour, and a launch angle of 26 degrees. The Mets' win probability because of this home run is 85% chance, and Jeff McNeil walks. And it seems to be that Tyrone Taylor on the first pitch hits the curveball, and there's an in-play, no out. So my guess is that Jeff McNeil is on second or third base, and Tyrone Taylor is on first or second. All right, so singles on a ground ball to third baseman Austin Riley. So the Mets have it 2 outs, first and second. I'm not sure how there wasn't an out here, but I'm very happy with it. If we look at the field, first and second, There's a mound visit. All the infield comes in. So let's just take a look over here. Brandon Nimmo is 3 for 3 today with 2 home runs, which were actually game-tying home runs. So will he go 4 for 4? 4 for 4. Okay, I'm sorry, that's very hard to pronounce. And probably bring in more runs. So as we just saw, Mets lead 7-5 in the top of the 8th inning. There's a pitching change. Jesse Chavez, I don't know how to pronounce that, who replaces Pierce Johnson after Jeff McNeil walked. I don't know why that shows Tyrone Taylor. And then Tyrone Taylor singles. So we have first and second. Oh, I just went off, but we see +2, 7-5. My bad, guys. And welcome to the chat, guys. If you're enjoying this, please do consider liking the stream. And also, what are you guys teams you're going for? I'm just curious, cause if most of you are Braves fans, then I don't want to like trash talk, you know. I don't know why I wrote that. Oops. All right. So let me put that in chat. All right. So pitching change. The pitcher's probably warming up at the moment. Let's see if the Mets are going to continue scoring. One second. All right, here we go. Let me just put chat easier to access. All right. What do you mean? Yeah, it still is an amazing game. And I feel like the Braves might make some kind of comeback, which I obviously don't want. But we see Nimmo leading 1-0. And I'm literally still trying to figure out how to make a poll for you guys. It's crazy. And welcome to whoever just joined. Anyway, 1-1. Yes, they are big rivals. Maybe a little bit of the Phillies too, but big rivals. Oh, I think I have to create a poll. I might have to create a poll before the live stream actually starts. I think that might be the issue. Yeah, I agree. They're both amazing teams. I just don't know how well they are this year. Anyway, there's a 1-2 count for Brandon Nimmo with 2 outs. So he has so much potential here because looking at the field, there's a man on first and second. And this is a really big game, again, because the rivals, rival teams, still very close game, 7-5. So let's just wait for the next pitch. Alright, looks like the pitcher is taking some time. Oh, I believe that's 3-2, full count. This is actually huge. Alright, I believe that's a full count. Oh, no, that's 2-2. Okay, 2-2. This is crazy. And by the way, after I finish this live stream, I'm probably going to, test out how to, I keep getting these ads. I'm probably going to test out how to, make you guys, polls. Live chat polls. And, once again, welcome to the chat, guys. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I would like to know which teams you guys are going for. Alright, anyway, looking, we see that Brandon Nimmo is still 2 for 2. 2 and 2, sorry. With 8 pitches already in this at bat. So right now we're pretty much playing the waiting game because the pitcher seems scared because there's a man on first and second. And it's far into the game. Oh, Brandon Nimmo, 4 for 4 in play runs. Let's see how many runs that is. Mets score again. How many runs though? Let's see how many runs they scored. Alright, so 1 scored. Yep, 1 scored. So 8-5 Mets. Now the basis scenario is a man on first and third. Tyrone Taylor is on third, and Brandon Nimmo, who's having an outstanding game, 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, is on first base. Lindor, who is over 4 and is basically in a slump, is up with man on first and third. So it's upsetting that a second run couldn't score to make it 9 to 5, because that's usually how it works in baseball. But it's fine. I'm happy we still scored a nice amount of runs. Mets are leading 8-5, and it's currently 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Francisco Lindor, 2 out, first and third, top of the 8th. So this is actually an amazing game, if you have to ask me. I mean, this game was going bad for the Mets. Then the Mets tied it up, and now the Mets are taking the lead. So I guess we'll have to see how the Braves respond after this inning. But hopefully the Mets could keep racking up some runs. So Lindor 3 for 1. My hope is that in terms of statistics, I'm hoping Lindor walks, so then bases are loaded, and then the next man in the lineup will hopefully bring home some runs. 3 for 2, full count for Francisco Lindor. Obviously, I'm hoping that he gets a hit, but if not, the next best option, I guess, would be the walk. So let's see. Hopefully, he doesn't strike out. He walks. Brandon Nimmo is the second. All right, guys. Francisco Lindor walks, so he is on first. Brandon Nimmo on second, and Tyrone Taylor on third. Bases are loaded for the Mets. There are 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Bases loaded for the Mets. Pete Alonso up, who last year had many grand slams and was a home run leader. Let's see if he can bring in a grand slam, because this year I don't believe he was doing too well. So even if he walks, that brings in a run. Let's see what Pete Alonso can do. And this is not good for the Mets, because specifically this at bat, because they are 0 for 2. The Braves pitcher, Chavez, I don't know how to pronounce that, really wants to get this out over here. But Pete Alonso is staying at this at bat and is going to try his best to score these runs. Alright, let's see this next pitch. Very scary for both teams. Oh, strikeout. Bases loaded for the Mets. Pete Alonso strikes out, which is the 3rd out. Braves pitcher is probably jumping in joy because he could have just let up a grand slam. Obviously, yes, it's 8-5 Mets. He did give up a nice amount of runs, but he just got out of a jam, bases loaded. Pete Alonso being like 0 for 3, 0 for 4 now. And the Braves are going to be able to have another chance in the bottom of the eighth, with their lineup being Travis d'Arnaud, Orlando Arcia, and Michael Harris second. Oh yeah, I bet. He definitely gets mad. Him and Jeff McNeil gets mad. Gets real mad after they make a mistake, which is good. Shows that they care. But I'm also mad at Pete Alonso because he's not having his season this year. So it's upsetting that they went bases loaded. Last year, bases loaded, they scored so many runs. This year, bases loaded doesn't seem to be their way. But let's see Brandon Nimmo's single over here. Let's wait for this let's wait for the at-10. Yeah, that's why, because he let up so many runs already, so he was still mad. Oh, Brandon Nimmo down center field, and that's how Jeff McNeil scored. Ooh, and Tyrone Taylor barely makes it to third. Wow. Let's see DJ Stewart's home run. This is probably a crazy home run because it was a two-run shot. And then, yeah, we saw Brandon Nimmo's homer. So let's just take a look. Alright, just wait for that. 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's take a look. Get the volume up.
And Stewart hits one in the air to center field. Back goes Harris to the warning track at the wall.
Wow.
DJ Stewart's first hit of the year.
Oh, that was the first hit of his year. Oh my gosh. Home run, first hit of the year. That's actually crazy. Alright, so we see Michael Harris leading for the Braves is 2-0. So yeah, starting off the bat 3-0 now, with no man on base. Obviously, the bottom of the eighth inning. I feel like this pitcher is gonna be changed soon, and I'm calling it. Edwin Diaz is coming out. To close the game. Oh, he walks 4 consecutive balls, so they're probably gonna switch the pitcher. Maybe they'll give him Orlando Arcia, but the way he's playing is probably going to make them switch, but we'll see. I would be surprised both ways, to be honest. Your question is how much I got paid from YouTube. So I don't discuss payment. I don't discuss how payments from YouTube, but technically, money comes into my YouTube account, but it's hard to claim it until I get monetized because there are only certain things that you could get money from until you're monetized. But in general, I don't like giving numbers and stuff. Oh, okay, look at this. Pitching change. Drew Smith replaces Jake, however you pronounce his last name. Drew Smith is usually a good pitcher. Let's look at last year's stats. We see maybe okay, fine. He didn't play so well, but in terms of his usual playing, he's really good. So hopefully he'll end this inning, and then the Mets will have another chance, and then Edwin Diaz to close it off, and then it'll be a crazy game against the Braves. Especially coming from a 4-0 loss in the 4th inning, or I believe it's the 4th, maybe the 3rd. But we'll have to find out. So they're just warming up Smith. As they're warming up Smith, let's take a look at Orlando Arcia. Okay, wow. Arcia has 34 at-bats. with an average of 412.412, but same thing. That's actually crazy. I get it. It's only 34 at bats, but that means a little bit over 4 out of every 10 at bats. He gets a hit. He doesn't have any home runs though. So with his 34 at bats, that means he averages around 12 or 13 out of his 34 at bats. So that's actually crazier than you would think. And because he is right now 2 for 3. And of course, the first pitch, he hits it, he is 3 for 4. He singles, and then Michael Harris is on second. So looking at the fielding position now, we see Orlando Arcia on first and Michael Harris on second. And now Travis d'Arnaud, which is actually the Braves catcher, is at bat right now with no outs for the Braves. So the Braves might score here. I'm hoping they don't, but they have a really big chance. Let's just take a look at his stats. On his regular season career, he has 108 home runs. That's actually pretty good. With 22 at bats, he has an average of 227, which isn't so bad because he has 4 RBIs. So let's see. He has a swinging strike for the first pitch. And then a four-seam fastball up high as a ball. So he's a 1-1 now. Let's take a look at Michael Harris, actually. Oh, and Atlanta's win probability is very low. Oh, wait. Michael Harris is also a really good hitter. Oh, let's get back there. My bad. 1-2 now. Another called strike, which arguably wasn't such a good call either, but I feel that I was on the corner plate, so it's fine. Or the bottom plate. I'm curious to see Tyrone's average. Okay, not bad. And then Jeff McNeil, not so good. TJ Stewart, also not very good. And then let's take a look at Marte. Marte's doing better. Brett Beatty with an average of 314. That's pretty good. All right, now Travis d'Arnaud is 2 for 2. I keep saying that, 2 and 2. And just fouled it off. Wow, that is a huge lead by the second baseman. He probably may have either stole the base or there's like a glitch. Oh, it seems to be an injury. Have a great day, Aiden. Thank you so much for coming. Injury delay. It might be the second baseman. He may have tried to steal because it looked like he was stealing, but he was just staying in place. So maybe that's it. Maybe someone got hit by the ball. I'm not sure. But let us see exactly what this injury was. Oh, it seems to be somewhere in the field, like infield. There's a lot of people crowding each other. The second baseman's fine, first baseman's fine. Could it have been the pitcher? Because the pitcher is right now by where the catcher would be. Could this be the pitcher? It looks like the pitcher, guys. And then there's a swinging strike for the out. So there's one out, man, first and second. So clearly the injury wasn't so bad because it doesn't seem like there was any player change. It doesn't seem to be. All right. I'm just going to mute really quickly. All right, sorry. We see a swinging strike. So he is right now 0-1. Now 0-2, another swinging strike. So hopefully Drew Smith can close off this out as well. We're waiting for the next pitch. All right, ball change up in the dirt. So 1-2. Yeah, and there's one out. So I'm curious to find out if the Braves are going to score. Oh, wild pitch by Drew Smith. So that's going to be 2-2. And we see all runners advance. So Orlando Arcia second and Michael Harris second to third. Hopefully we can still get the strikeout. So then the Braves have a far less chance to score. Kelenic has 21 at bats and actually has a 524 average. So most likely, statistically, he can technically get a hit right now. So Drew Smith is probably being very careful with how he pitches. So he's 3-2 now. He really has to bring, our pitcher really has to bring these throws a little bit higher. Oh, a pitcher step off. What does that mean? Is that like a timeout? Oh, the catcher and the pitcher are talking to each other. Okay. This is a pretty long at bat. All right. Oh, and I'm just letting you guys know that earlier in the game there was a wild pitch, and Francisco Alvarez still somehow got that out at second. I believe with Lindor. So yeah, that's crazy. We're just waiting for the pitcher and the catcher to get set. They're set now, so let's wait for the next pitch. Mound visit and a swinging strike. Let's go. Okay, 2 outs. 2 outs. This is actually crazy. And it's a good thing that they got such a good hitter out of here. Now Acuna is up. Ronald Acuna Jr., who is a pretty normal hitter. So this is a little bit scary that he's up, but he is 0 for 3 with a walk. So he shouldn't be too dangerous. He starts off with a 1-0 at bat with Braves on second and third with 2 outs. So let's just hope that we get this out and no runs scored, so that the Mets will keep their 8-5 lead, which is actually crazy that they didn't score anything off their off the bases loaded. Now Ronald Acuna is 2-0. Right, and as I was saying, hopefully then Edwin Diaz will be able to close the game off. Not to jinx him, but he's been playing amazing when he has been able to pitch. But he hasn't been used as a closer too much because the Mets didn't really get too many of those chances this season. 2-2. Oh, strikeout. Is that a strikeout? Or is that 2-2? Okay, that is 2-2 because of the swing strike. So let's just hope that Acuna strikes out or something. but we have to get an out. He fouls it. All right. That was actually a very risky pitch by Drew Smith. But I'm really hoping we could just close this inning off without the Braves scoring, and then the Mets have a huge chance of winning. The probability is probably going to skyrocket to like 90-something%. All right, 3-2. Extremely scary scenario here. All right, so 3-2. Let's see how the players are going to respond. Let's see how the pitcher decides to work this out. Another foul. Another foul. Wow. That's actually very crazy. All right. Let's see if Acuna's going to strike out. I'm really hoping he strikes out. Oh, he walks. Bases loaded. That's unfortunate that he walks. Bases loaded with Ozzie Albies, possibly the best hitter tonight for the Braves. And he already has a double. They might have to change pitcher. They might switch to Edwin Diaz right now. They might. They might. It would surprise me if they do, but I almost hope they do, because we need as Mets fans, we need to get out of this inning, because this will really show the league that we are a team by beating the Braves, which is embarrassing to say for Mets, but that is what we need. Seems to be a pretty long mound visit. I'd be surprised if they keep Drew Smith in, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised because he's still a good pitcher. But with Ozzie Albies here, I would switch for Edwin Diaz. And they keep in Drew Smith. Wow. All right, strike one to Ozzie Albies. All right, 0-2 now. I'm really hoping that they get the strikeout. This will mean so much for the Mets. They'll probably be jumping in excitement. All right, let's see. All right, 0-2. This is crazy. Let's see the pitch. They're setting up. All right, the pitcher seems to be ready for the pitch. And the pitch. Hello, where's the pitch? Oh, there we go. A little bit outside. Actually, a lot outside, to be honest. So, 1-2. Come on, Drew Smith, let's go. Let's just get them out. 2-2. Don't walk them. You can't walk him. That's not going to be good. Just get him out. And welcome to the chat, guys. Oh, a foul. This is such a good time to join the chat, guys. Because it is 2-2. Bases loaded for the Braves. And they are down 8-5. I'm really hoping the Braves lose this. Oh, I accidentally did that. Okay, it's fine, though. Let's see. 2-2. Everyone seems to be ready on the field. 3-2. Now it's 3-2. Come on, Smith. You can't walk him. He's going to score a run. Don't walk him. Take your time. Batter timeout. Okay. Alright, guys, this is very scary. For both a Mets fan and a Braves fan, this is so scary. Alright. No way. Ugh. Ozzy Albies walks. Alright, so what we see here is, obviously, since he walks, 1 run scores, making cutting the lead for the Mets a little bit shorter, 8-6 now, Mets. So Michael Harris scores. Arcia is on third, Acuna is on second, and Albies on first. And for some reason, the Mets are keeping Drew Smith in. I don't know if that's because Austin Riley isn't playing so well, which I still think he is, especially with his 2 home runs. I wouldn't want to risk it for a grand slam. But I guess the Mets believe this is the best choice. All right, swinging strike, 0-2. Let's not do this again where it's an 0-2 and somehow there's 4 consecutive balls again, or a few fouls, I believe. Let's just make this easier for the Mets. Just strike him out. That's it. All right. In play out. Yes. I believe that means that no run scored. All right, guys. Bases loaded for the Braves. Austin Riley seems to have gotten out. Let's see by who. Yes, no more runs scored. Forced out by third baseman Brett Baty to second baseman. All right, that's great for Mets fans. I'm sorry, Braves fans, but still 8-6. Braves will have 1 more chance. It will probably be closed by Edwin Diaz. We'll find out. So, due up for the top of the 9th inning for the Mets lineup, Francisco Alvarez, who is 0-4, Brett Baty, who is 2-4, and Starling Marte, who is 1-4, who will all have their 5th at bat. 8-6 Mets leading, who has a 3-6 record. Currently beating the Braves with a 6-2 record. And to all the New York fans, who are not necessarily Mets fans, Yankees beat the Marlins 7-0. Alright, anyway, let's just check Mets. Okay, I don't think we could do that. Let's see if there's any videos that they'll let us watch here. Alright, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, wow. That was a little bit late. Let's just take a look. So 8-6, obviously. Let's take a look at the standings. The Mets are 4th in the standings. Braves are actually 1st in standings. And then Yankees are also 1st in standings. So at least the New York team is playing up to date with the standings. Anyway, Alvarez is up. Who currently is batting for 290 average with 1 home run and 4 RBI, starting off with an 0-1. All right. Let's just give some credit to Drew Smith. And hopefully we see Edwin Diaz, who will probably close the game for the Mets and win. The way Edwin Diaz is playing, again, I don't want to jinx anything, but I doubt he's going to give up any runs. But even if it's 1 run, as of right now, the Mets will still win. And we'll see if the Mets can score more. 1-2, now 2-2 for Francisco Alvarez. This is a crazy part of the game. Alright, let's just make a new community post. 2 for 2, no outs. Put an apple. Oh, in play outs. That's unfortunate. It really is. But that's fine, I guess. Let's put something for the Atlanta Braves. I'm making a poll really quickly. Alright, my emoji for the New York Mets is an apple. If there are any Braves fans here, what emoji would be best for the Braves? So I'm summoning all Braves fans. What would be the best emoji to describe the Braves? I'm just curious for you guys' opinion because I want to make a poll. So Mets emoji is apple. What about the Braves? Okay, Brett Beatty. I'm sorry for the lack of commentation there. Brett Beatty was 0 for 2, then hits the changeup and is in play, no out. So let's see what it was. A single to center field. So there's 1 out. Brett Beatty on first base. Starling Marte up, who is 1 for 4. So let's just see how Marte is gonna play this. Alright, so 1-0 for Starling Marte. Foul. So 1-1 for Starling Marte, who fouled off of a cutter. And welcome once again to whoever just joined chat. Thank you guys so much. Alright. By the way, if you guys didn't know, this is actually the first time I'm doing this kind of live stream, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. 1 for 2. I keep saying that. 1 and 2. For Starling Marte. With 1 out, man on first. So all I'm saying is this is actually a crazy game. Scores 8 for 6, and the ball goes in play and is an out. Actually, 2 outs, a double play. So let's read this. Starling Marte grounds into a double play. Shortstop Orlando Arcia to second baseman Ozzie Albies to first baseman Matt Olson. I forgot the exact numbers, but it's basically shortstop to second to first, double play. Okay, bottom of the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th, who will win? Mets are currently leading 8-6. And my guess is Edwin Diaz is probably going to come out. I think they're going to choose Edwin Diaz, unless he needs a rest or something. But this is the perfect game to take out Edwin Diaz. So I'm definitely rooting. I'm voting for Edwin Diaz. Oh, it's not Edwin Diaz. Oh, wow. George Lopez. So there must be, Edwin Diaz needs a break, because there's no way they would not put Edwin Diaz here. So Drew Smith got them through the 8th inning, giving up 1 run. Now George Lopez, who is actually, I believe, a reliever pitcher, or he might be a closer now. I'm not sure. Mets switch things up a lot. Who is actually going to close the game for the Mets, hopefully with a win, which actually low-key surprises me that they're not choosing Edwin Diaz. But like I said, Edwin Diaz probably needs a rest. Which he definitely deserves because he's been playing amazing, but I am upset. Let's take a look at his stats. Alright. This year's stats are not horrible. Last year's stats, he was really not a good pitcher. I'm just going to say that straight up. He was really not a good pitcher. So I think like, I still think Mets are going to win, but I am a little bit scared. Let's check Matt Olson. Matt Olson's also playing amazing with 3 home runs, 278 average. All right, Lopez gives a knuckle curve, starting Matt Olson with an 0-1 and now a 1-1. Batter timeout. That actually surprises me. And now 2-1. Another knuckle curve. I'm upset once again that Edwin Diaz cannot play. It's a little bit unfortunate. Let's take a look at the field here. Man on first, running to second. Oh! Seems to be in play. Ugh. Was that a double? Ugh, I can't believe they chose George Lopez to close this game. He's such a bad pitcher, though. So Matt Olson gets a double, which I believe is his first hit, or actually his second hit, for the game in the bottom of the 9th. A home run would tie this game. So this is very scary. We need Lopez to just end this game. 0-1 to Marcell Ozuna. Alright, guys. So we still got it 0-1 with what's his name? Matt Olson on second with no outs. In play outs. Okay, that's good. So it probably was an out to first base. And there's no advancement to third. Oh, there is an advancement to third. Will he be out? He seems to be safe. Okay, so Marcell Ozuna flies out to left fielder, but Matt Olson somehow tags up. So it must have been a hard hit. So now Matt Olson is on third base with 1 out. So Michael Harris might also get out, which might, if it's a fly pop or a fly out, that might send Ozuna, not Ozuna, I'm sorry, Matt Olson home, making the game 8-7, which is very close. But I think then if that happens, the game is gonna end that way. Because right now it's 0-1 for Harris, Michael Harris. So if he strikes out, then the game could possibly just completely end 8-6. But a home run would tie it, which is a little bit scary to think about. Because there's a man on third. Oh, it's a hit. Oh. How far was the hit? How far did he hit it? It just said that there was a hit. I just saw somewhere that there was a hit. Did they just glitch out? Was it a foul maybe? Maybe that's what the foul was? Because I thought I just saw a hit. Alright, I'm also very confused. In play runs. Okay, does that mean that there was a tag up? Or does that just mean that a run scored? Oh, that was a single. That's very bad. Because now a home run would win the game for the Braves. And Orlando Arcia is 3 for 4. They have to take George Lopez out. I don't even care if Edwin Diaz needs a break. Just put Edwin Diaz in. Just put him in. I don't want him to get injured, obviously, but we need him in. Come on, who are we changing for? We have to change him. We can't keep him in. He's playing so bad. We didn't even get an out. That wasn't even a tag up. That was just straight up a single. Let's go. Change the pitcher. Don't keep George Lopez in. I don't know why you would put him in the first place, but he's not good. Come on, who are we changing him for? Who are we changing him for? Anyway, let's look at this video of Ozzy Albies walking, which that caused a run to score. Alright. I'm just muting it for the ad. Alright. Let's see the walk.
Here we go.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Oh, he almost swung. He almost swung. Wow. That was actually very close. Carlos Mendoza does not look happy. Anyway, back to the game. 0-1 for Orlando Arcia. They're keeping George Lopez in. Wow. Now 1-1. We see that now there's a man on second. Did he successfully steal? Because there was a man on first. Now he's on second. So he must have stolen the base. And now there's a runner in scoring position. Yep, he stole the base. That's very sad. Very, very sad. Alright, let's just see who wins. This is I don't want to say a frustrating game, but this is a crazy game. Let's take a look at this video. Let's take a look at some videos here of what they think was good for this game. Let's take a look at the first
it can be
home run by
hard
the
to
Mets.
see the challenges that people we work
Okay,
with
yeah,
every day are
we'll
going
take a look
through.
at that after. Because this game is way too close to just skip. Oh, there's an out. Orlando Arcia gets out. Does that advance the runner to third though? But there's at least 2 outs. At least 2 outs. Alright. Pop out the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Man has to stay on second. Okay. Travis d'Arnaud. Not to jinx anything, but I do not believe he is very good. He does not really have an average. Doesn't really have... Statistically, doesn't really seem to be good. Again, I don't want to jinx it. Bottom of the 9th. 2 outs. 8-7. You know what? I'm screenshotting this. 8-7. 1-0 count. 2-0 count now for Travis d'Arnaud. Man on second. Man is in scoring position. A single will probably cause the game to go into a tie. A home run would walk it off for the Braves. Now, as a Mets fan, I'm hoping that they get this out. This is super important. And it's actually a crazy game. This is a game that is longer than I thought. If I had to be honest. 2-1 now. Called strike. Alright, 2-1. Let's see. Let's check fielding. No more stealing. 2-2 now. One more strike away. to win this game. George Lopez will get the save, which I believe should have gone to Edwin Diaz, but he will get the save. Let's see. All right, this is taking some time. In playouts, game over. Mets win 8-7. GG. All right, good game, everyone. Travis d'Arnaud flies out sharply to right fielder Starling Marte for the third out. Mets end up winning 8-7. Away team against the Braves, winning 8-7. George Lopez recording the save, giving up a run though. So now we're just gonna quickly take a look at the video. Mets win 8-7 against the Braves. Who is actually league leading, I believe, still leading in the league. Now the Mets 4-6, the Braves 6-3. Let's just take a look at some of these videos that happened for the game. Let's just look for one good play. You know what? Let's go for technically the winning home run. Alright, there's an ad. It's going to be hard to play this. And you guys, thank you so much for being here. Good game to the Mets.